What's up, everybody? I'm Simon Sabra, and today we got for y'all my manga collection update. So before we get into that, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SimonSabraYT. Link will always be down in the description. Also, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss an upload, all of that good stuff. Also, make sure you comment down maybe some stuff in my collection that caught your eye. What's some stuff in your collection that you think might interest me? Maybe some grails you might have, like stuff you really want to get. Anything like that whatsoever, go ahead and comment that down. Also, for the people that are normally here, you could already see like a couple of changes right behind me. Really excited to do this video. I love doing these. But with all that out the way, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so to start off, we do have like a couple of just miscellaneous items, like the bench that came with the Ram figure or Rem figure, a Gundam stand, one of those art kind of things, and a mace for the Gundam Barbatos. But getting into it, so up top I do kind of mostly just have like a bunch of figures. So we do have this Ryuk figure, which I showed off last year when I got it. It was at Anime Expo that I got it. Then we have a Mortal Kombat kind of book holder. There's Scorpion and here's Sub-Zero on the other end. And it is holding up Gundam The Origin volumes 1 through 12 complete with a Mortal Kombat art book that I actually never really look at very often, honestly. And Hello Kitty Gundam, which is honestly one of my favorite like Gundams up here. After that, we do have this beautiful Arsene figure, which I am not gonna touch because it is extremely fragile. But getting into like the actual bookshelves here, we do have some stuff by Tsutomu Nihei, being Abra and Noise. I do know that Abra, I believe, just recently went out of print. I think, could be wrong. Correct me on that if I am wrong. Then we have this Ram figure, and like I said, like the bench kind of goes with her. I just have her sitting on the side of the shelf because it looks a lot better to me. Then we have Orochi here by Kazuo Umes, Volume 1. Now, these three, I'm probably going to get rid of all three of them. They're kind of here for placeholders for like when other stuff come in. This cubicle, I guess, shelf is mostly like all horror. Then we have this Wizard of Oz figure and a MASH Kirillite from Fate Grand Order wedding dress version. But we do have some Junji Ito, being Uzumaki, Tomie Gyo, Fragments of Horror, Venus in the Blind Spot, Censor, No Longer Human. Oh, and Dissolving Classroom, which I also really want to get rid of because it's not that good of a manga. Personally, I feel like Junji Ito as like a mangaka in general is very overrated, but that's a topic for another day. We do also have Portis up here, H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness, volumes 1 and 2. Haven't read it, but that is the complete series. Then we have Usamaru Furia's version of No Longer Human and the original Osamu Dazai version as well. Haven't read this yet. I don't really read light novels. I kind of just have it to complete the set, if I'm being honest. But I do plan on actually reading it eventually, just not sure when I will get to it. We have Super Dimensional Love Gun by Shintaro Kago. This manga is actually, if I could get it out, because I think I have this shelf like tightly packed and I don't really want to damage like the spines on any of these. But this cover is, for one, really, really beautiful. And this manga was like genuinely disturbing to me. Not a lot of horror manga are able to do that, I will say that much. But this one was just very, very weird, especially with the art style. I loved it though, honestly. I did love it. It was actually so disturbing that I didn't finish reading it. But from what I did read, I did enjoy it pretty much. PTSD Radio, Omnibus 1 and 2. Like I said, these earlier stuff are placeholders for when more of these come in. Or really any other horror manga that I want to put here. After that, we do have Ibitsu, which is just this one volume. Honestly, this is one of like the best horror manga I've ever read. These two, honestly, PTSD and Ibitsu. Then we have the Death Note short stories. Then we have the Death Note Black Editions, volumes 1 through 6, which is complete. Then we have 20th Century Boys, volumes 1 through 11, and 21st Century Boys, which is also complete. All You Need Is Kill, And Crueler Than Dead. This is a series I picked up pretty recently. It is like a zombie series. Oh, dang. It's not that good. It's all right. It's all right. I did like the art in it, but that was about it. I kind of just picked it up because it was something I'd never heard of before. After that, to kind of just look at the figures, we have some cars here, and the Noble Gundam, which unfortunately did fall over. Then here we go into like a bunch of Urasawa stuff. So we have Pluto volumes 1 through 8, I believe. Yep, which is complete. Mujirushi, Signs of Dreams, also by Urasawa. Then we have Sneeze, the short story work. Asadora 1 through 4, which is not up to date at all. I think there's maybe 6 volumes out. We have Look Back, Zom 100 1 through 9, which is up to date. Pun Pun 1 through 7, which is complete. Did recently talk about that in a video. Honestly, loved it. Go watch that video for my thoughts on the ending. It was a lot. I'll say that much. But really glad that I read it and that I own it. Then we have Dead Dead Demons, Dead 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 Destruction. Only volume 1. I do want to pick up more of it, just haven't gotten around to it. Solanin, Downfall, and A Girl on the Shore. The figures here are Rimuru Tempest and Gundam Barbatos. And I forgot to mention the short story work by Tatsuki Fujimoto. Haven't read this yet. I'll get to it when I get to it. And just really quick fun fact, this is like one of my favorite shelves just because of like the different colors of it. It looks really pretty. But moving onwards. So here we have, well, we'll start with the figures. I'm probably going to try and start with the figures. I forgot what the name of this figure was, but it was an original figure. I don't remember like the company that did it either. Then we have this Pokemon kind of glass bottle. I don't remember the names of these two Pokemon, but it does look nice, and I'll just kind of leave it there. Then we have a figure here, which is, it was kind of like a SH Figure Arts, kind of, but I think it was called Actimode Rumi. Very pretty. I do like it. It's like white hair with the red eyes, little sword. It's really cool. But onto the books. So we have Joker Killer Smile, which is the only comic book that I own. My Broken Mariko. This one is an amazing manga. Definitely really dark, but honestly, it's like really, really good. Nightfall Travelers. This one is also really, really good. I don't see anyone ever like talking about it though, but it is really, really good. Volume 2 comes out in May, I think, and I'm really excited for that. After that, we do have Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, volumes 1 and 2. Crazy Food Truck, volumes 1 and 2. Volume 3 did just recently come out. Hoping to get that. I do have like some space here just for it. Gundam Thunderbolt 1 through 4. For anyone who's been keeping up with the channel, I've had 1 through 4 of this manga literally forever, and I just haven't picked up more volumes for it. Insomniac's After School, volume 1. Did recently read this, loved it. I think the anime just started, so I'm probably gonna check that out. Coffee Moon, volumes 1 and volume 2. Honestly, this book, I'm kind of in the middle of reading it, as you can see. I'm really excited to finish it. The story is getting so good for it. Under Ninja by Kengo Hanazawa. Only volume 1. This manga was pretty good for a volume 1. Really hoping for volume 2. I know volume 1 got delayed multiple times, so I don't know if volume 2 is going to come out on time. Then we have Pleasure and Corruptions, volumes 1 through 5. And this really bothers me with like the spine. Probably going to try and get my hands on another volume 1 if possible. Not my biggest priority, of course, but if I get it, I get it. Then we have, I can't show the back of this book, so I got to make sure I show the front. Rock of the Lapse by Katsuya Terada. This manga, it's fun. Don't really remember or know a lot of what actually happened in it. Then we have Ikigami Ultimate Limit 1 through 10 complete. I actually haven't read it yet. You can still see some of them are in plastic. Yeah, haven't read it yet. Not a single volume, but I will get to it when I get to it. If you have read it, comment down how do you feel about it. I'm curious to know because I actually do want to read it. Then we have Dog Ningen, Volume 1. This is the only volume I have, and it is the original printing. Yeah. After that, we have Raw Hero 1 through 6. I forgot I said I was going to do the figures, but we'll do it after. Then we have The Valiant Must Fall. This is a new series. It's okay. I kind of put it next to Blade the Immortal because I said they were very similar, but it's okay. I think it's actually only like 2 or 3 volumes complete in Japan. I could be wrong with that. Then we have Blade the Immortal 1 through 5, I believe. Yeah, 1 through 5. Only read the first omnibus, and I just haven't picked up more volumes recently or anything like that. Then we have Dire Gelder 1 and 2. This is by the same person that made Blade the Immortal. Same goes with Wave Listen to Me 1 and 2. Haven't read neither of these, or well, I've read Dire Gelder, just the first one. I'm probably gonna reread it. I don't know. I didn't really enjoy it. Wave Listen to Me, I want to check it out, just haven't, or not check it out, but actually read it, but just haven't gotten to it. Then we have Happiness 1 through 10, which is complete, and Gigantomoxia, which is just a single volume. Then for the figures, we do have a Bear Guy Sarah. Really just a cute figure. Nothing too crazy. Then we have this Black Rock Shooter figure, which was a birthday present from one of my brothers. Thank you very much. Then we have this Hatsune Miku. I forgot what like version it is exactly, but I kind of just got it because one, it doesn't really look like Miku at all, and it just looks really, really pretty. But moving on, so this is pretty much all just the Kubo shelf. We do have this Ichigo figure here, nothing too crazy. Destiny Gundam, another Pokemon Glass Bottle. I don't really remember their names either. I think Manaphy, and that's not Manaphy, never mind, I forgot. And a Haropla here. So then we have Burn the Witch, which is just 1 volume. Zombie Powder 1 through 4, which is complete. Bleach, this is the 20th anniversary edition, and behind it we do have the original volume 1. Then we have volumes 1 through 21, which is pretty much just the first box set. I'm probably gonna collect the rest of Bleach through the box sets instead of like taking up space on my shelf. I wish I did have the box set instead of all the singles, but it is what it is. We have Bungo Stray Dogs Beast 1 and 2. I would show the covers of these because these are amazing, but I don't like moving this Destiny Gundam. It's like very, very fragile. But I know for the Bungo Stray, it's like 4 volumes complete, so I just got to pick up the rest of volumes. Now here, this is, okay, so here's how it's set up. It's like double stacked really nicely. So in the back is pretty much all of Ice Shield 21, volumes 1 through 37. Then in front of that, we have pretty much all like, or not all, but majority LGBT stuff. We have Heartstoppers, Metamorphosis, which kind of contradicts what I just said, and I cannot pull that book out. We have Drip Drip, My Summer Review, volumes 1 and 2 complete. Boys Run the Riot 1 through 4 complete. Last Gender 1 and 2. 4, or not 4, but 3 should be coming out sometime this year. And I'm really excited to read that because 1 and 2 was honestly amazing. Then we have Given 1 through 4, which is nowhere near up to date. But as I always say with this, I'm really waiting to just pick up like all of the volumes and then just read it, because I've only read the first volume and it was amazing. And it ended on like a kind of cliffhanger, and I don't want to wait for like all the answers. I just want to go through the series. You know what I mean? We have Links by the same person who made Given, which is a really, really good manga. I love this cover. This cover is so beautiful. After that, we have Bad Boys Happy Home. I am actually going to pick up volumes 2 and 3 of this because it is only 3 volumes. Haven't read the first one yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I've had it in my collection for a really, really long time. This is another BL, Can an Otaku Like Me Really Be an Idol? Honestly, this was just a really fun one. Wouldn't really recommend it. It was okay. It was okay. Then we have the Song of Yoru and Asa. Really love this one. I can't open these because they are uncensored. But then we have Boy Meets Maria. This is probably, like, out of all of like BL specifically, This and Liquor and Cigarettes are probably like my favorite ones. It's a hard choice. Yeah, it's definitely a hard choice. Fourth generation head, Tatsuyuki Oyamoto. This one was honestly really good too. I always forget and I literally always ask, but it is a prequel to something, and I always forget what it is a prequel to. So if you know, definitely comment that down. Thank you. Then we have Liquor and Cigarettes. Like I said, this and Boy Meets Maria are my two favorite BLs. They're really good. Yeah. Then we have Birds of Shangri-La. I don't think I can actually show that volume 1 cover, but here's volume 2. Haven't read it yet. They're both still in the plastic, but I'll get to them. Then we have Seaside Stranger. Did recently pick this up. Haven't read it yet. I've heard it's really good though, so I'm excited for that. Then we have Ascendance of a Bookworm, volume 1. This is a manga that I've gassed up like my entire YouTube career, and I just only read the first volume, and I'm really excited to read more of it. But once again, here's just this shelf. I'm really proud of this shelf. I really love how it turned out, especially with like having this kind of facing out. It looks really pretty. But moving on, so this, if you watch my videos, this is where I normally would be like behind me. I did recently change up a lot of stuff, as you can probably tell. But so we have Batum volumes 1 through 26, Light and Dark, which is complete. A lot of the volumes have not been read like at all, or rather opened. You can still see the plastic on some of them, and I actually haven't read this series at all, physically at least. Then we do have MPD Psycho 1 through 6, one of probably my favorite manga that unfortunately is never gonna get finished in English unless Dark Horse decides to do like an omnibus or deluxe edition, which I doubt they will. After that, we do have what's this again? The Tokyo Ghoul art book that I did recently pick up. I only put it here because literally all of the spines are like in kanji. Then we have these 3 volumes of Tokyo Revengers in Japanese. Bought these mostly just for the covers. This cover was really cool. Not my favorite. This one's probably my favorite though. This one is, yeah, gorgeous. My brother though loves this one a lot more. Honestly, I think they're all really good though. And honestly, I'd pick up more Japanese volumes of not just Tokyo Revengers, but other series just because the covers are really cool. And like Tokyo Revengers, I don't really plan on buying it in English at all, honestly. But for the figures here, we do have an Edmond Dantes Nendroid from Fate Grand Order, the Gundam GLs, and the Gundam Core Gundam. That's what it's called. So moving on, we do have Sanctuary, volumes 1 through, I think it's 9. Yeah, 9, which is complete. Have not read it. I really do want to though. I just haven't read it yet. Then we have Siren, volumes 1 through 16, which is complete. Arm of Canaan, 1 through, I think, 9. 9, which is also complete. Also, in case if you guys are wondering how I like double stack my shelves, you can probably see it like right there. It's like one of these Barnes and Nobles. They usually use it to like push the books out, kind of like I did for Bleach here. And I am doing it also for Spy Family and Die Dark. You can kind of see the setup like right here. Yeah, you could probably just go to your local Barnes and Nobles and just ask, hey, can I get some of them? And they might say yes, no promises. But then we do have Spy Family 1 through 9, which is up to date. Call of the Night 1 through 10, not up to date. I am still missing 11. Then we have Die Dark 1 through 4, which is also not up to date. I'm missing 5. But the best part about this is that I can always like spin a volume in and then just fill up, you know, the rest of space, especially since all 3 of these are ongoing. These in the back are complete, so that's probably never actually going to change, which is cool. So moving on to like the last row of actual manga, we do have Can't Stop Cursing You, volumes 1, 2, and 3, which is up to date. Volume 4 comes out a very long time from now. Then we have Go With The Clouds North by Northwest, 1 through 5. Also, volume 6 is coming out a really long time from now. Livingstone 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is complete. Really love this manga. I don't hear enough people talking about it. Sorry if you can hear the train outside. Then we have Dead Man Wonderland 1 through 13, complete. One of the first few manga I ever actually owned, funny enough. And it's actually one of the manga I've reread the most. I think I've read it like 3 times total. Then we have Black Torch 1 through 5 complete, Imperfect Girl 1 through 3, and that's also complete. We have Opossums here by Tsutomu Nihei. Haven't read it yet. Not really looking forward to reading it. We have the Gantz Omnibus 1 through 5, which is nowhere near up to date. I think 11 of them are out. I've only read the first 2 omnibus. It's a series that I kind of want to just get all of and then just go through it because it is amazing just off of the first 2 omnibus. Then we have Gantz G 1 through 3, which is complete. Gigant 1 through 10. I do kind of just have the books, like the other volumes, just stacked behind it. That's another way that I kind of what's it called, do face outs for my manga. I'll just stack a bunch of other volumes behind it. But yeah, Gigant 1 through 10, that is complete. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas volume 1, that's, or omnibus 1, I guess, complete manga edition, whatever, however that works. Dragon Ball, Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha. Haven't read that. I have it just because it sounds funny. School Judgment 1, 2, and 3, which is complete. That's a canceled Shonen Jump manga. Then we have Platinum End 1 through 14, which is complete. Freyrin 1, 2, and 3, which is not up to date at all. I think 7 volumes are out. Could be wrong. I've read, I think, like the first 2. Really did enjoy it. I know it's getting an anime soon, but I do still want to collect the manga. Then we have Colorless 1, 2, and 3, which is currently up to date, as well as Aliens Area 1 and 2, also up to date. Sensei's Pious Lie 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is complete. Really dark series. It's great though. I Am a Hero 1 through 11, which is complete. This is actually like top 5 manga for me. It's great. The Flowers of Evil 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is complete. Then we have Welcome Back Alice 1 through 4, which is also complete, or not complete, up to date. Flowers of Evil is also another one of my favorite manga. But here on the very last shelf, we do have Double 1 through 4, which I think is up to date. Could be wrong on that. Then we have Ajin 1 through 12, 1 through 12, which is not complete. I think there's 17 volumes, and then we have like just some space there for when I get more stuff. But then we have Blood on the Tracks 1 through 12, which I think is up to date. I could be wrong. Then we have Devil Ecstasy 1 and 2, which is complete. Avant-Garde Yumiko, Sweet Poolside. Those are just a single volume. Then we have Oshinoko volume 1, which is up to date. Chain Soldier 1, 2, and 3, which is up to date. Sundome Milky Way 1 through 5, that's up to date. Who Wants to Marry a Billionaire 1 through 4. I'm missing, I think volume 5, I think is already out. I could be wrong. And Arrow Ninja Scrolls 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is up to date. So this is like the nasty man section right here. But moving on to the very bottom of it, we do have all of our art books. I'm kind of gonna move these out just to give you guys a better look at it. But then also we do have like the Dragon Balls here and the Kunai and a bunch of Gundam boxes. That one in the back there, for those familiar, this guy is the Gundam Astaroth. That's actually the first Gundam I've ever built. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of just move these to give you guys a better look of everything. Okay, so this is pretty much like the bench I sit on when I'm recording, but there is one art book that I can't show, and it's called Dominatrix Heaven. Search it up at your own discretion if you're really curious on what it looks like. But as I said, I do keep all of the Ami Ami postcards when I get them from orders. Of these, I think this last one is my favorite. I only have 3. I feel like I'm missing one, but this one's my favorite. I really do love these. They're really cool. After that, we do have a Shonen Jump volume, or weekly Shonen Jump volume, I guess. This is the one where Ruri Dragon came out, and I think the week before was Aliens Area, like you could see here. I think everybody should have at least one of these. Doesn't matter like what edition it is. I just think everyone should have these. Really cool to have. Glad I have it. And honestly, I'm glad it's the one with Ruri Dragon because it's a really cool cover. I don't know if Ruri Dragon will be coming back anytime soon though, but hopefully it will. Then we have an art book by an artist named Nana. I think she probably has her Twitter like somewhere on the book, but it's some really cool art in here. Slightly inappropriate, but the art in here is actually really good, and I'm also really glad that I bought this one. Not sure what to say about it. It is art, and honestly, their art is very beautiful. Yeah, it's really cool art book. This one here is one of my favorites. The Shuzo Oshimi art book, Femme Fatale. I think he has another art book, I could be wrong, but this one is one of my favorites. I do love Shuzo Oshimi and a lot of his works. You can kind of see some of like the figure boxes I have down there. But yeah, just like look at it. It's beautiful. And most of these are like in here are kind of just the volume covers for some of the manga, but still really cool. Then we have this Persona 5 Royal art book. Persona 5 is one of my favorite games. Let's see if we could get like a good page to start with. But it is one of my favorite games of all time. If you haven't played it, go play it. It's great. Nice little turn-based RPG. Then we have, this one's not really an art book, but Rohan at the Louvre. I kind of have it down here because it doesn't really fit on any of the shelves, like in a way that looks nice composition wise. Ooh, I do love this page though. This page is gorgeous. Okay, and funny enough, I actually have never read it yet either, but it's really cool and it is in full color, which is always nice to see. Maybe one day I'll read it, no promises. Then we have some of like these plastic art books. I'm not gonna open these up and go through it because it is a hassle, because it's also in like plastic film, as you can see. And yeah, it's a hassle to open those, but I do have a couple. Here's another one. Here's another one. This one is really good though, not gonna lie, this one is really good. Then we have one by Raita. This one is also really good. Then we have Gaia by Asagi Yenaga. So this was an artist, and they kind of just made a manga, I guess. I'm not sure the whole backstory behind it, but their art is amazing. Not too much a fan of like the actual story of it, but the art definitely does carry here, and it was overall really enjoyable, mostly just for the art, not gonna lie. Then we have the Bleach art book, All Color But Black. This one is absolutely hands down my favorite. I love Bleach. I love Kubo's art style. I don't think I really need to explain it too much, but yeah. Then we have the JoJo's art book, JoJo 6251. This one, really cool. Probably not my favorite or anywhere near that for the most part, but I think it is cool, not gonna lie. And I think literally everybody has this one. This one now is really good. The Junji Ito art book. So I'm not sure if Ito has any other art books in English. I know I did kind of like say he's overrated earlier in the video, but his art is definitely amazing. I'm not gonna deny that. It's just that his stories, to me personally, are a lot more sillier compared to actually being horrifying, but his art is definitely good. That is undeniable. We do have two more art books left. So recently you might have seen that I did pick up this Evangelion art book, which looks really good. Yeah. I do love Max. I do love Evangelion. Not really much I could say about it, honestly. Ooh, it's kind of slipping, but that's fine. And the last art book, you can kind of see it in the corner, but it is the Slam Dunk art book, the second one to be exact. So this one, oh man, I don't think I need to say anything about Inoue's art here. It literally does just speak for itself. But I do love all of the art books I have. If I could get one more, it probably would be like some more of the Bleach ones, because like I said, I do just love Kubo's art. But that is it for the art books. Now we're gonna go to a different part of my room to kind of show off like the technology setups and stuff like that. Okay, so moving into like the technology and stuff, you could kind of see the ring light. Not gonna go all the way up to it because I know it's very bright. I'm not sure on the brand of it, if you were interested. Then we have some speakers here, left and right, which is the, if you're curious, PreSonus Ares 3.5, I think. That's the name of it. Then a little Captain Marvel figure up there. But then they're on top of some microphone stands. We do have a gaming monitor here, which is just a little Acer monitor. Got it on sale. And a webcam. It is the Logitech Brio 4K. Then we have some Pokemon figures here. I do actually know the names of these. This is one's Wailord, I think, and Milotic. Milotic. Then we have a keyboard here. This is for like when I'm making music. It is the Akai MPK Mini 25 keys, I believe. Little Rubik's Cube, some dice. This is, for anyone that's into music producing, might know what this is. It's a Nexus USB port. If you know, you know. Then we have the Gundam Exia real grade and a little plant behind that. We do have a mouse and keyboard. Nothing too fancy. Then we have a Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, I think that's the name of this one. Yeah, you could kind of see the setup. We have a microphone here. This is an Audio Technica AT120, I think, and a mic stand, USB hub, PS5 with the Focusrite headset, so I could kind of hear myself and stuff. PS5, it is like this because I often have to fiddle with the USB and switch it between that and my laptop. Then we have an Elgato HD60S. So if you have been keeping up with like the gaming channel, this is pretty much what I use for the setup on that. Here's my laptop. I think it's just like a regular Dell Inspiron, nothing too crazy. Then we do have a set of makeup brushes here. This is for cleaning off figures and stuff. Yeah. I have my glasses here that I literally never use. If I remember, I'll record the outro with these just in case if you're curious. We have a light novel that I have been reading that I have not been reading really. Even if This Love Disappears Tonight. It's really good from what I have read so far. Game controller. Then this intergalactic figure, which I showed in some video before. We have Bold and Brash here, which I also showed in a video before. And then we have a Soul Eater wall scroll, which if you've seen the videos where I'm like, what's it called, like recording in this setup, you'd see it pretty much all the time. This is also the remote for my ring light, so I can just turn it off and on, adjust the levels and stuff like that. If you are curious on the brand, you could see it on here. Yeah, just kind of wanted to go over that just in case anybody was curious. But with all of that out of the way, we'll now go into the intro or outro, sorry. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the video. Like I promised, I was gonna wear glasses for the outro. Hopefully you enjoy the look of this, I guess, but gonna take these off because it makes the light way too bright in my face. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. I really enjoyed making it. It was so much fun. Like I said before, make sure you comment down anything you would recommend for me, whether it's from your collection, maybe just some stuff you see that I might like. If you have anything from my collection that caught your eye, definitely comment that down below. Also, make sure you comment down some grails you might have, what's some manga that you really want, but just haven't gotten yet, whether it's out of print, whatever, anything like that whatsoever. Once again, be sure to follow me on Instagram at SimonSabroYT. Link will always be down in the description. Also, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss an upload, all of that good stuff. Also, I do have a gaming channel for those who are interested. The link for that will also be down in the description. It is Simon Sabro Alt, in case if you are interested. We are recently playing Doki Doki Literature Club and The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Both of those are really fun so far. And then let's give a quick shout out to our channel members. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you to everybody, especially if you made it this far into the video. I really do appreciate it. But that's it for me. This is Simon Sabro signing out. I catch you on the next one.